Hey guys, Foxdrop here with another Unranked to Diamond live gameplay. Today we are playing as Diana jungle. The reason why I'm playing Diana is because not only have I been asked a little bit about Diana by a lot of you guys, but also with the new-ish Runeglaive item that came out with this patch. Why not show a Runeglaive game in action? Now, Diana is one of those champions who people are always saying, why don't you play Diana? She's a really good jungler. And she's probably, I would argue, the best AP jungler as far as, like, overall kind of jungling capabilities go. Like, Fiddlesticks is up there as well because, you know, Fiddles is Fiddle. He's always a bit of an exception. But as far as champions that have good sustain, good clearing, good dueling, and like their overall role in the game, Diana's very solid, very all around, and obviously has the added benefit of being an AP champion. So she's a good jungler. Pretty much her only big downside is that she's pretty terrible at ganking, but you know, if you get the blue smite, that's becomes a lot easier if you want to go ahead and do that. But yeah, she's decent. So we're playing her today. Runes and Masteries for Diana jungle, guys. Go attack speed reds, armor yellows, AP blues, and AP quints. The reason why you want to go attack speed is because Diana's passive, wherever like third hit I believe it is it third or fourth? I think it's third. Every third hit you get a cleave, which is what makes her clear so good, is because she doesn't have to spend mana in order to keep up good clearing, because she can cleave every third hit and do loads of damage. It's really cool. So, starting at the Gromp here, we're going to smite away immediately. Start with my W as well, just so that I shield a bit of the damage, don't take as much. That's another reason why Diana's so good in the jungle, is because she doesn't take a lot of damage because she's got her shield. Mastery as well, guys, just go 2190, pretty standard. You know, just get some AP stuff, go for the attack speed as well, because again, that's a very important stat in Diana jungle. And apart from that, just, yeah, pretty simple, don't need to explain that. I'm going to kill away the blue here, and then I'll go to the wolves, and I'll try to do the scuttle crab. Now, Diana has the benefit of being a champion that's very good at clearing the jungle, but also technically having a hard CC with her E. A lot of champions who are very good at clearing the jungle, who are fast clearers, obviously they have their own downsides. The biggest one of those is the fact that they tend to have pretty bad CC. Diana doesn't have trouble with that because... Well, actually, that's a lie. She does have trouble with that, but against the Scuttle Crab specifically, she's fine because she's got her Moonfall, which allows her to, you just press E, like, you press the E on the Scuttle Crab, and to reduce its armor and magic resist to 10. So the reason why I'm talking about this as well, guys, is of course, when you hard CC the Scuttle Crab, you reduce its armor and magic resist from 60 to 10, making it very easy to kill, which is why it allows me to do this clear very fast. So I'm going to go recall here. I'm not even going to look to do like a level 3 gank with this girl I should say, because she really is not a good ganker at all. Her early game ganking is terrible unless you've got the Stalker's Blade. Even then it's a bit hit and miss. You really have to find like perfect situations. Now I'm looking at the lanes to see, you know, what's going on, who's going to need my help. The enemy team has pretty dominant laners. Renekton's a very dominant laner. Oh, there's a Lee Sin there. Jace with his ranged is also very powerful. I don't know whether Lee Sin did my red. He didn't. I'm going to ward it though. I'm pretty sure Lee Sin is in this bush, so I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to sit in this bush here and just see whether or not, you know, they go for a dive, but also warding my red buff just in case Lee Sin retreats into our jungle. But I'm going to go phase check this. Is he here? No, he's not. Alright, so I'm going to leave Nasus there and just go take my red. Then I'll come back. I do want to be there for Nasus to help him if he needs my help, but at the same time I can't just like sit there for 10 years because I'll end up falling behind myself. So I'll just go back and keep clearing. He's Nasus anyway, so you know he should have decent sustain, so he shouldn't get in too much trouble, honestly. Having said that, he's about to die. But overall, once he gets out of these early levels, he should be fine. I'm actually going to go top here and see if I can get something on this guy. I've got my smite up, so I should be able to slow him down. I'll also have my red buff to slow him down as well. I don't really see how he gets out of this, to be perfectly honest with you. Unless he does that. Well, I guess he had to use his flash for that, and Nasus got an assist, so that could be worse, but I don't know. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to push this lane out. Just get the CS here. I like doing this. This is honestly a bit of a greedy play, just kind of taking the CS, but it's not a bad play. Like, this CS is going to go down to, going down to either me or Nasus, so it doesn't really matter who it goes down to. if it goes down to me, then I get the CS. If it goes down to Nasus, then he gets it. You know, I'm not really doing him a disservice by doing this, because this is going under the tower now, so it's not like it's going to freeze against him or anything like that. It doesn't put him in any kind of bad position. It's just, you know, I get the CS instead of Nasus. And again, that's greedy, but it shouldn't be a problem because, you know, it's Nasus. Like, he doesn't need to snowball early game. He'll be fine. He's going to farm up. He'll be all good. And I would like to have the farm just so I can help carry myself. So I'm going to go down and just get ready in position for a gank here. I'm just going to smite him straight away. Don't have my E up because I used it on the Scuttle Crab. Nice. Nasus gets the Q as well. Perfect. So those instant like return ganks, they can be quite effective as long as... Why is he pinging me back? God damn, that's so irritating. I hate it when I get a gank somewhere and then I push the lane with them and they're like, no! Stop pushing the lane with me. I need all the CS. I got the kill and now I want the CS too. But it's alright, it's just a little pet peeve of mine. It's fine. It's fine. Right, so yeah, those return ganks are usually very effective, honestly. Like, for some reason, they never really think you're gonna be there straight. You're not gonna stay there. I was fortunate that Renekton went aggressive, but to be honest, I wasn't that fortunate because it's Renekton. Like, if Renekton isn't going aggressive in his lane, then he's doing something wrong, especially against the Nasus. Like, you think you're gonna outscale a Nasus? That's not gonna happen. So I'm going to recall here and buy my Runeglaive. All of your jungle enchant upgrades all cost 1400 gold. I'm pretty sure that's the case. I know Cinderhulk and Runeglaive do. Let me just double check. How much... Oh, I can't. Oh, let's see. From your smite upgrade, it should be 1400. Yes, that's 1400. They all should have the same price. Yes. 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 So 1400 gold after you get your upgraded... After you get, like, your blue smite. So... go back when if you can, just go back when you got 1400, that's good, but if not, then you can just buy like some smaller components, that works too. I don't know where this Raven's going here, but wherever it is, it's not getting away with it. I spent so long talking about like smites and stuff that I wasn't paying any attention to the minimap. That's really stupid by me. Even though I was in good position there, that was just luck because I wasn't paying any attention. Well, actually, it was semi-luck. It was semi-luck because I actually did intend to go bot lane at that time because they were in a pretty bad position. I thought I could go gank because like I'm level 6 quite early on into the game, which means I can, you know, try and make a lot of plays because I'm strong enough to do so. But I wasn't looking at the you know, what was actually going down, which is just, you know, just because I was tunnel visioned on explaining the looking up how much things cost. Ah, I knew a cutie pie, Janna. Roams all the way from bot just to give me a shield. This is actually kind of a smart play by Janna, just because like it's not a groundbreaking play by any means, but is this even up? He's doing it right now. Oh shit. I fucked this up, I think. Well, kind of. I don't think I was ever going to get him, but yeah. It's kind of a smart play by Janna just to roam there because like she's not going to get anything by staying bot lane. Like bot lane is gone. Like Sivir was in base, so yeah, may as well just roam. No, we can get him. We can get him. No, why would we leave? I think we could. I guess Victor doesn't have a lot of mana. Whatever, we get his flash. It's okay. I didn't have my smite to like actually get the kill on that. I'm gonna take this little red mini though, because I mean that's gonna die to Lee Sin anyway, and may as well get the time on the red buff just in case you want to do a re-invade, and also it gives us quite a lot of experience just by itself. Thank you for the help there, Jesu. Alright, this guy wants some help bot lane. Well, without Janna there, I don't really want to roam. Like I don't know. I think this would be a kind of a risky play, but it depends. If Janna comes, then I can go. Yeah, okay. She doesn't need me. She's just clearing. That's fine. So I'm just going to keep clearing myself. I've got a fair amount of gold as well, which means I'm going to want to go back and buy soon. I'm pretty sure Thresh just watered the river as well. So I'm not going to get a gank in the river. That doesn't mean that bot lane becomes ungankable by any means. It just means I'm going to have to go ahead and do some things in different ways. And the way I'm going to do it here is by going through the lane. Nice. Not sure why Thresh just left that guy to die, but maybe he thought he didn't want Draven going in or something. Look at this! Whatever, it's okay. Whatever. Oh my god, everyone hates the jingle jangles. I mean, I can understand, you know, you want your farm, but come on. You want to get your ganks, you're going to have to tax. You got to pay your taxes, yo. You think I'll do my services for free? Yes, I got a kill, but come on. It's alright though, I mean it's the AD carry, you can't complain that much. This is actually going to be really risky though, because I need to keep my eye on the... There we go. I need to keep my eye on the dragon's health. I mean, that dragon play... I don't know. Honestly, I don't really like doing dragon plays like that. Because those kind of plays where you're... Basically, if both junglers are in the dragon pit, when the dragon is on like low health, smiteable health, it's a complete 50-50. Even if we had all of our, like 5 of our team here in the dragon pit, and it was just Lee Sin trying to steal it, it would still be a 50-50 if he was in the pit at the same time I was when dragon was going low on health. It would still be a 50-50. You know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have your like numbers advantage, or if you're the team that's ahead or something like that. That doesn't matter at all. Once it comes down to it, you're both in that pit together. It just comes down to who's got the better smite. And honestly, I would genuinely argue that there's a higher chance that it's going to get stolen than secured, just from like the pressure. Like you really don't want to mess it up, and you know if you do mess it up, that your team's going to rage at you, and the pressure from that makes you perform worse. So that you could argue that, you know, whether or not that's true. I think that's, you know, like a psychological, somewhat fringe point to make, but I mean that's just my opinion. So yeah, you never really want to make plays like that if you can help it. Did he TP out? Yeah, he TP. That's kind of smart. He wasn't going to get out of that alive, so he used his TP. I want to make a note as well about something which happened before the game as well, just while I'm clearing my jungle here. In the champion select, there was nothing like negative or toxic going on, which was honestly quite refreshing. But people were saying, you know, what should I play? Who should I play? There was a lot of that going on. You know, we were discussing a little bit about what roles who was going to play what role, you know, and specifically inside that, they were like, okay, what champion am I going to play? What champion do you guys want me to play? And I say this a lot, but I always think it doesn't matter what the team needs in a sense, as far as like what specific champion you should play. Just pick what you're best at. Like that's my opinion. Just pick what you're best at. It doesn't matter. You know, like for example, this last pick, our top lane Nasus, we said, okay, like this last pick was top lane, and he was like, okay, what am I picking? What am I playing? And you know, someone said pick a tanky top laner, and it's like, actually, you know, whereas a tanky top laner would be a good choice for the team comp, it wouldn't be, in my opinion, a good choice for the game, because just pick your best champions. You don't want to pick things that, you know, you want your team. Am I gonna lose this? Holy shit. How on earth did I just die to that 1v1 from Lee Sin? I know I didn't use my ultimate, but he's level 7. Okay, that was a little... Honestly, that's a little bit surprising. I'm surprised he managed to kick my ass that much. I took a lot of damage. Well, that was my bad. I completely underestimated Lee Sin's damage there. I also didn't use my ulti, but I don't... Actually, I think I know why I lost that, because I didn't tag him with my Q. Because I thought he was going to, like, run away, so I put it too far forward. I don't even know if that's why I missed the Q, but it doesn't really matter why I missed the Q. At the end of the day, I missed it. And I was saving my ultimate for when I hit him with my Q, because if you hit them with your Q, you can ulti twice, which essentially doubles the damage of your ultimate, right? If you can do it twice. So, yeah, that was... at the end, you know, he was on fairly low health, so I definitely would have killed him if I had hit him with a Q and hit him with my ulti. So, that was just... Whatever, I completely underestimated him, and I misplayed it as well. So yeah, double my bad there. But having said that, we made the mistake, and to be honest, making mistakes like that, I don't know, like it's not really a big deal. I'm always of the opinion that it's fine making mistakes as long as you learn from them. And to be honest, that's not even my opinion. I just think that's good advice in general. So as long as I learn from that mistake, I don't try to fight him in a dumb situation, and I'm more careful with how I use my Q, so I don't rush it, because I know I need to land it to get the double damage. Then I should be fine. I'm gonna go in for a bot lane play here. I'm just gonna jump in. I'm just gonna go on Thresh here. Like, you always want to try and focus the AD carry, but you also just want to get the kills you can get. So nice. We got him. Double kill for Sivir. Perfect. I was also quite ballsy in that play there, because I knew I was like really low on health. So I was really low on health, and I could either try to run away from Draven, or I could just stand there and fight him. Now, you could argue, I don't really know what would have been a better play there, running away or staying and fighting. Obviously, like, I didn't die, so it couldn't have been that bad of a decision, but my decision was just to stand there and fight, because firstly, not only does it encourage Draven to overstay and to try and get the kill, so for example, it increases, not for example, but specifically what I mean by that is it increases our kill potential on him, because he's less likely to run away, because he thinks he can get a kill on me. And in addition to that, I also thought that, well, if I try to run, he can still kill me anyway. He's Draven, he's ranged. He'll get a few hits on me before I even get out of his attack range, and then he'll follow me. So I don't really think I'll negate much damage by running away from him. So I may as well just try and stay to burst him down, nuke him down. So that was my reasoning. It worked out, so that was good. But yeah. So I'm just going to farm through the jungle a little bit right now as well. Diana's sustain is actually bad in the jungle. She doesn't have any form of sustain. But she has kind of like a semi-form of sustain. It's not actually sustain, but for most intents and purposes, when you are clearing the jungle, it may as well be sustain, which is a shield. So it's not actually sustain, but you don't take damage. Therefore, you know, it's kind of like healing up damage, because you just don't take it in the first place. But that doesn't work for the example of taking damage outside the jungle. Taking damage outside the jungle and then trying to heal it back up in the jungle. So then again, not really many junglers can do that nowadays anyway. Apparently I walked past the pink here. Thank you, Victor, for pointing that out. Whenever I'm streaming or recording, I never see pink wards, so thank you. I should probably be top lane though, rather than getting this pink here. Definitely. This is a mistake going for this pink. I mean, if we weren't so far ahead in this game, this would be a huge mistake. Because I should, as soon as I saw my team go for the dive, I should have just gone up with them. Because there was a chance that, you know, that they'd get counter ganked or something. I mean, that's always the number one risk. The number one risk of diving is that someone's going to come up and, you know, stop you diving. Then you don't want that to happen at all. Like, that is literally the worst case scenario. Because if you're diving, you're already up against it because you've got that tower bursting on your face. But no, exhaust Reno, finish them off, boys. I'm out of here. All right. So what I just did there is pretty much the closest thing you're going to get on Diana to having to actually combo something, which is where you fire your Q out and then instantly jump on them. Like I said earlier, if you hit someone with your Q, it resets your Q cooldown. Your ulti cooldown, sorry, so you can jump on them twice. So you throw your Q out at them and then you jump in, and then as you're jumping in, like, your Q lands and you can jump in on them again. So that's like I say, that's the closest thing you really get to Diana to having like a combo to use. It's not really advanced or anything like that, but it does make a bit of a difference. Like, it's how you can one-shot people on Diana by doing that combo. It didn't quite work when I was against Thresh because, well, I didn't really have much damage, to be honest. I only had Runeglaive and Seeker's Arm Guard, and he also exhausted me, so it didn't really work. Now, this is something which I'm not a big fan of with the Runeglaive, is that I don't really think... I mean, firstly, it doesn't give you any bloody, like, actual AP. It gives you a Sheen effect, which is fine, which is good, kind of, on some champions. But it doesn't actually give you a lot of damage like AP. So, yeah, this is why... Oh, wow, she actually died to that. I thought she was going to survive that. Whatever, I was cool. There we go. Revenge. So, yeah, this is, you know... I was always a bit perplexed as to why Riot introduced Runeglaive as an item, but also removed Magus at the same time. Like, I don't know. I mean, I understand the benefit of Runeglaive, but I also don't think that Magus needed to be removed, because I think Runeglaive is like a niche item, and Magus isn't. Magus works for everyone. Oh, hello. I don't think you really wanted to do that one, did you? I've got Zhonya's as well, so I really shouldn't die here. Janna, on the other hand. But who cares about the support, eh? Perfect. So I didn't have Smite, which made doing this dragon play a bit risky. But as long as you save an ability to, like, combo it to kill it, then you should be fine. I mean, to be honest, Jace probably should have done a better attempt at actually stealing that as well, but whatever. What do I get next? This is something which I'm doing pretty poorly this game, is that I just, like, spend ages in the shop doing nothing. like waiting to buy items. You should always really... Oh, there you go. Game over. You should always really have your items in mind before you go to the shop, so that you're in the shop for as little amount of time as possible. I didn't do that this game. But yeah, that game's over. That was a quick game, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can kind of see the power of Dana. Dana isn't really great in the early game, but I managed to get snowballing a little bit. I made that mistake against Lee Sin, but apart from that, it was okay. I wasn't really able to display what you do with her in the late game and in team fights. I will quickly talk about that now, just quickly, in case you want to know how to play her later on into the game. Basically, she has two strengths. Split pushing is very good on Dana because she's just very fast at doing it. Her Q clears waves really well. Her W isn't bad at clearing either, and then she's got a passive which is great as well. So you can just split push and push, and that's all good. I mean, your passive works on towers, and you've got a sheen effect with Runeglaive, so you push towers down quite fast as well. So you can do that. You can split push, and that's a perfectly viable strategy. In addition, though, team fighting, what you want to do there is, you notice how I bought a Zhonya's second item. Now, that really, really, really makes team fighting a shit ton easier when you're playing Dana. Mostly because it allows you to have the power of an initiation to engage on fights. It means that you can be the first one in and you're not going to die, which is good because you don't want to be the first one in and dying, right? Because you're a champion who has a lot of damage, so you kind of want to stay around as long as possible. You're not like strictly a tank or anything. So the best kind of initiates on Dana is just to catch people out, like jump in and just like E them, do a bit of damage and then just Zhonya's, or even just immediately Zhonya's so they can't retaliate onto you and then let your team come in. It would have been even easier with Sivir. Sivir pops a roll, you run in as Dana, you try catch someone in the back line. Like, obviously, the more squishy targets you can catch with your like QR combo, the better. If you catch a squishy with a QR combo, you'll probably one-shot them, honestly, if you're fed with Dana, or at least not that behind. But even in the worst case scenario, you jump in, you slow them down, you pull them in with your E and slow them down. It's like a mini Orianna roll. So, yeah, that's really what you want to be doing with Dana in the late game. Some other questions off the top of my head which people might be having. Why didn't I buy Nash's Tooth? I don't think Nash's Tooth is necessary. Yes, it allows you to power farm through the jungle. Yes, it makes your dueling really strong because it gives you a lot of sustained damage because of the passive. Basically, you just do crap tons of damage with the passive. So it's a good item on her, but I think it's unnecessary. I prefer just going for like an AP build. You don't need to go for the attack speed to be able to clear efficiently, and having more burst, in my opinion, is better than having more sustained damage. That's generally the case for junglers anyway, because you want to have more burst to be able to have successful ganks, kill them before they can run away from you, basically. But yeah, I mean, you can go Nash's Tooth if you want to. I would recommend doing that like as your second item. But yeah, apart from that, I mean, if you want to, you can also skip Runeglaive. You don't need to get the Runeglaive on her. It's, she's fine without it. To be honest, Dan is just so well equipped for the jungle. You don't really need to matter about specific item builds. Anyway, I think that's what I want to say. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the Diana jungle gameplay. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Click that like button, and subscribe to me as well if you like these videos and you want to see more of them. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you get on that, or I'll go to bed and I'll cry very unmanly tears, and it'll all be on your conscience. And yeah, if you liked it, you can do those things. You can find me on Facebook and Twitter as well. Catch me streaming on Twitch. I will be streaming some of these games, these Unranked Diamond games. But all those links are in the description as well. But most importantly, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you in my next video.